way. That's THEFLYBOYWAY. Don't ask why, just check out the channel. And welcome to another episode of Jeep Talk. This is Jeep Talk episode 34. Can you stand the test of time? And we are going to drop we're going to drop my little guy off, my big man, my big guy now. Let him know what your name is. Xavier, and he is dressed down because today is a tag day. For those that don't know, giving some people a chance to join the room. For those of the people that don't know, when you go to private school or Catholic school, you have to wear a uniform every day. But one of my favorite days, when I was going to Catholic school, was a tag day. And what a tag day is a day that you actually just pay to wear your own outfit. Now, the crazy thing is nowadays, even the schools in the North and the East Orange and the pretty much Essex County area have to wear uniforms every day. So, unfortunately, now everybody, what's going on, Barks? Barks, say what's up. So now, unfortunately, everybody has to wear a uniform all the time now in these areas. Now, here's the thing: if you live in a more wealthy area, like if you live in South Orange or you live in West Orange, you don't have to wear a uniform if you go to public school. But if you live in Newark or you live in, I think Irvington, and I think it's crazy how it works out right now. But hey, again, we all know how money works. And I'm just giving some people some time to join the room, because we're going to talk about standing the test of time. There's a lot of things going on in the news right now, especially with the Diddy case, and especially with a lot of celebrities and stuff having issues further into their careers or further into their lives based on some things they may or may not have done in the beginning of their time. There's a lot of women who were like supermodels, and they were like very, I guess, promiscuous and doing stuff in the beginning of times. And now, and now they're religious and things like that. There's a lot of men who they were that guy in high school, and then now they're the guy who has like a bunch of children by a bunch of different women and don't support them, and they're out of shape, and they're only 30 something or 40. Again, life to me, I think, is a major thing, is about standing the test of time. And the way you build yourself up, the way that you plan for the future, I think that determines more than how far you are right now. I'm gonna shout out everybody in a second. Once I get to the drop my son off, I'll shout everybody out for a little bit while we stop, and then we'll get back to the conversation. But I think a lot of people don't plan more than 5 years. And the people that do, even a smaller portion, plan more than 10 years. And because they don't plan that far ahead, they don't necessarily think that anything will ever catch up. We're gonna use, and we're not talking about Diddy because he's innocent until proven guilty. But we're going to use somewhat of that situation to actually bring to you this topic of standing the test of time, thinking towards the future, and making sure you're able to be consistent with the way that you move. Let's say you got two people. Again, this is hypothetically speaking. Hypothetically speaking, at no point am I trying to say that this is what's really happening, but I'm just hypothetically speaking. Let's say we got two people. We got Diddy and we got Russell Simmons. Let's say both of them were and I'm not gonna say anything illegal. Not anything illegal. Oh my god, this lady's right on my tail, bro. Hold on a second, y'all. Let's say they were both involved with. Oh man, this lady's right on my tail. It's crazy. Let's say they were both involved in scrupulous things, right? But one of them saw the future and wanted to be consistent, So what they did was they moved to a country with no extradition clause, and they built an empire in that country, supporting the people, supporting everything, because that person thought consistency. But then there's another one, let's say Diddy, took the obligation to say, no, I am the man. My money is going to give me the consistency that I need in this United States. I'll be right back. Come on. Now, back. I'm back, y'all. That was quick, y'all. Now you have two different cases. Just in case you just joined in, this is Jeep Talk, episode 34. We just dropped off on Little Guy School. Jeep Talk, episode 34, standing the test of time. So you have two cases. You have one, and this is hypothetically speaking. You have one, Russell Simmons. You have two, Diddy. One person thought, hey, how can I stand the test of time? I realize how the world is changing. I need to adjust myself and acquiesce myself to a place where I don't have to pay for or live with the choices that I made in the past if the rules change in the future. So basically what I feel as though is happening now, and what is a lot of things, even on YouTube and even on social media, a lot of things are happening like this. Something was okay in the past to do, right? Not saying this particular situation, but something was okay in the past to do. But because the rules changed, now what they're doing on YouTube, what they're doing in the world, is they're applying the new rules to the old standard, to the old happenings of what happened in the past. And that is making everything change completely. One person was consistent enough, let's say Russell, to think about this and say, yo, I'm going to move to a place where there's no extradition. I'm going to take my money and build an empire in another place where I can live the lifestyle that I choose to live. The other person said, hey, I'm just going to get all this money I can, and the money is going to keep me safe here in the United States. Which one do you think stands the test of time? I think that the first circumstance with Russell Simmons, and this is all hypothetically speaking, standing the test of time. There's one woman who says, yo, I'm going to date all the richest men in the world, and I'm going to go back and forth and just take money from all of them. Go here, get money from her, go here, get money from him, go get money from him, and I'm just going to jump across back and forth and just grab them. And then there's another woman who say, you know what? I'm going to find the one wealthiest guy, and I'm going to stay with him. The woman who found the wealthiest guy got divorced, and she took half of Bill Gates' money. I mean, half of Jeff Bezos' money. And now she lives happily ever after. The woman who jumped from wealthy guy to wealthy guy, superstar to superstar, celebrity. Now she's older, and the celebrities don't want her because she's too old, and she has nobody. So she has to settle for like a lower class minor celebrity or athlete. Again, I don't think a lot of people make a plan to stand the test of time. I'm going to relate it to something. I'm going to get to your comments, but I'm going to relate it to something in the content creative field. Currently, I am part of the Shorts program, and I love it. I love being part of the Shorts program, and the reason why I love it is because it gives me access to events in the creative program in YouTube, the Shorts creative program. It gives me access to events that I never understood how the people that were actually invited got access to. So I'm still waiting for my invitation to the United Nations gathering next week. There's a gathering. And that's why my hair is braided. I gotta get my hair braided for Saturday, because Saturday I have an event with I'm going to an event in South Jersey in Asbury Park at this something called Shade TV, kind of musical type of event, something like that. And there's a lot of other events all around the United States that I now have access to because I joined the short program. But overall, I feel as though I'm more of a long form content creator. But I create more, if not just as many, if not more shorts than long form. When you look at a YouTube career, I feel as though you want to be balanced as far as your shorts and as far as your long form content, even your live content as well, if you want to stand the test of time. There's a lot of creators that specifically only do short term. Now, one's not better than the other, but there will be a point where, just like in the Diddy and Russell Simmons example, just like in a woman jumping from guy to guy example, and a woman getting married to rich guy example, there will be a point, and it may be coming soon, where if you're only doing shorts, your channel will be done. Or if you're only doing long form, your channel will be done. You will not remember these people forever. And I feel as though it is more important to be consistent when it comes to anything you do, and think long-term longevity, than to think, how can I get the most attention now? How can I get the most views, the most subscribers, the most anything now? Think, okay, how is this video going to play in the future? Because as I was done, I had a video that had 1 million plus views. I was still getting, that was the highest video. I was still getting paid every month from a video I did 4 years ago. Did I think that they were going to change the law, change the rules and then adjust it to a video I did 4 years ago? No, but I was prepared, which is the reason why I was able to transmogrify my channel, where I took off all of my black man guides. All of my black man guides are behind on now, so that the channel doesn't get deleted. But I was able to other content to keep the channel prosperous and keep the channel entertaining and educational, because I planned to stand the test of time for the longest. I said, hey, just in case they do something with the black man's guide, which I copyright, which I trademarked, let me create other content to stand the test of time. Long form, short form, live videos. And I do stay consistent with not cursing in my videos. But I think that is the reason why I'm still able to do what I do, when a lot of channels that have a more inclusive perspective are being taken down. A lot of channels that have more of an inclusive perspective are being, quote unquote, blackballed or shadow banned. And I've been able to stand a consistent test of time, whether I was behind shadow ban or in front of it, or now that I'm a part of the creator community, whether I was in LA at a YouTube event. I've always been to stay consistent and land and stand the test of time, because I had the mentality that it's bigger than just right now. And that's the message. That's the overall message I want to give out on this Jeep Talk episode 34. Can you stand the test of time? And the overall message is, build yourself to be able to stand the test of time through consistency, through creativity, through learning how things change over time. All right, y'all. Shout out to Barks in the room. Shout out to Industries for Keeps checking in from Thailand. Wait. Hey, Industries, are you still in Thailand or you somewhere else? Um, hey, shout out to Habla Conmigo. I speak Spanish now. Make sure you subscribe to Industries for Keith channel, and make sure you subscribe to Speak Spanish Now channel right now. Dasim, South Jersey. What up? What up? I'll be in South Jersey coming soon. It's Asbury Park, South or Central. I don't really know. That whole Central thing blows my mind every time. Central Jersey. No disrespect. Anton says, I got back problems. I sit because I can't lift anything heavy. Again, that's something with the longevity of time. A lot of people will work these strenuous jobs that kill us because they make most money when we're young, when we're able to. I mean, FedEx not really one of them jobs. UPS maybe. But like they work these strenuous jobs that over time do damage to your body just because they make a lot of money. And then when they get older, they can't enjoy the money that they made. Again, you got to be built to stand the test of time. Army Castle says, but you the type to leave the 9-9 for the one who knew all I needed was a sign from the sun. Oh, he rapping. Where's the McFlurry's a wild boy? Capricorn Way. Good morning, world. What's going on? Tia, what's going on, Tia? How's life over there in the Cali? I hope the fires ain't really picking up anymore. Hopefully they calm down a little bit. Jonah retracting the message. Where am I from? I'm from Newark, New Jersey. Capricorn Way. Diddy should not have listened to his lawyer once he was under vacation. He should have bounced and left the country with no extradition. Again, I'm not saying that's what people should do. I'm not giving any advice to anybody. But I'm just saying from a logically thinking perspective, if you know what you've done in the past and it's that strong of an issue, like I would never have to do that because I've never done anything in the past that's that strong of an issue. But if you know you've done something that could be that strong of an issue, I don't understand it. But maybe he found out too late. That's the only explanation I can get for that situation. Maybe he found out too late because we seen what they did to, and whether it's deserving this or not deserving, that's just relative to who's looking at the picture. We seen what they did to other celebrities who they really wanted, or other people who they really wanted. But we'll see. Let me see what's going on. Words of Weapons, looking like a young Jim Jones, man. Listen, we are again, y'all. I'm happy that I was able to join the short community, this YouTube short community, because it allows me to get to places and meet people and network with people that I normally wouldn't network with, because the places I be different from the places where where a lot of YouTubers or content creators go. So it's good to go places where they are and just see how we interact. Like, for example, when I went to the YouTube Blacks, when I was invited to YouTube's event for YouTube Black Flowers in LA, right? I had no expectation of what to expect. The reason why is because I knew that in this place that I'm going, because I always do research before I go something. I knew before I get to this event that there are going to be a lot of black creators there, and I how black powerful I am, but there's going to be a lot of people who don't come from the background I come from, who haven't done and traveled or been or lived the type of life that I and a lot of people who follow me have lived, as far as understanding the world outside of the world. So I didn't have any expectations of what can happen, but I knew how much of a creator I was. So when I went to this YouTube event, I stood out completely. I wasn't trying to stand out. I wasn't dressing to stand out, but I stood out in the sense of I was the only one who made a video that interacted with almost the majority of people that was in there. I was the only one who made a video, and I pulled up in the what did I pull up in? In a Corvette drop top or a T-top, whatever you want to call it. Like, I was the only one who made it a movie into a movie where it was more than just a YouTube event. I went to clubs and all this stuff. I had ladies on me. I did a lot because my mind thinks stand the test of time, and because I understand that when you stand the test of time, you get an experience to you that will make you stand out above everybody. And that's that's something I think everybody should strive for. Hey, Eli, what's going on, man? Let me see. Don't pay for a woman and fly them out because they can say you they can come back and say you trafficked them. Yes. What you gonna say, trafficked? Yes. You see, this is, hey, Capricorn way. This is what I mean when I say we live in a world where, and this is not just the world. This is YouTube. This is Instagram. This is TikTok. This is social media. This is the entire world. This is the entire world. It's not just social media. We live in a world where things will be okay for a decade, and then the next decade, they will rewrite history or change the laws and apply them to the decade where it was okay. And that is a big issue. You see, sometimes they have this thing called grandfather in. Now, what grandfather in means is that you whatever you did, whatever you bought, whatever policy you had, and you're grandfathered in as far as you are in that policy so that anything changes, it doesn't change you. For example, I've had the same phone number for over 10 years. I had Sprint. Now, when Sprint closed down and T-Mobile bought it, I was grandfathered into my Sprint plan, meaning that no matter how high T-Mobile plan got, because I've had Sprint for so long, I would still pay what I signed up for with Sprint. The difference ends up being like $40 a month for the same package. In life, they don't do that they're starting not to do that anymore. And that's what I think is happening now, Capricorn way. I think in order to, you can get mad about it, you can get upset, you can scream at how unfair it is, but it's life, and you can't control it because you're not the person in charge. So what you have to do is you have to figure out a way to either correct the past, which I can't see how that's possible, or plan so that you don't have to pay for it in the future. It's crazy, y'all. It's crazy. And again, I'm not defending anybody. I'm just pointing out. See, I'm never going to tell you what's right or wrong because I don't think there's such a thing as a right or wrong. But I am going to tell you what's reality. And in reality, that is what's happening all around the world now. Everything outside of the Diddy case, outside of the women who are now super religious, who were maybe promiscuous in the beginning, outside of the guys who were living large in the school cool kid, and now they're working at with 7 kids from 3 women paying child. Outside of all that, the base principle is, yo, you got to prepare. Majik, what's going on? What's going on? Rico Suave, he says Rico or Diddy was doing the dirt in the past and the present. They found 1,000 bottles of baby oil. Well, the whole thing is that's preparing for the future, really. But the issue with that is that and again, we're not talking about Diddy in particular. We're just talking about the idea of standing the test of time, being able to what does it value me if I can do all this stuff now, but I know in 10 years I'm going to have to pay for it. In 20 years I'm going to have to pay for it. I maybe to some people it's worth it. I can't see the logic in wanting to be a celebrity, wanting to be super wealthy and do all this crazy stuff now, knowing in 20 years I'm going to have to go sit in jail for the rest of my life. I don't know, man. I don't see logic in it. I'm not saying it's wrong. I'll never tell somebody what's wrong or what's right. I don't see the logic in it. But, Hey, J. Cole, what up, what up? 5 minutes with my nizzle, what up, what up? D-Dub, he should have put a Russell in. Again, some people think long term. Some people think, how can I stand the test of time? Yo, I never understood Russell. I never understood Russell Simmons until I understood Russell Simmons. I said, yo, why would you super respected in the hip hop community, you super respected in the black community. You are one of the people who, if anybody pushed hip hop to the next level, the person who pushed hip hop to the next level the most, Russell Simmons would be one of those people. Russell Simmons would definitely be one of those people. I never understood why he just get up and leave. Why he get up and spend all that money in the place. He found the place where he is watching all of this stuff go down. Like, damn, I was at that party the whole time. I ain't leave early. Damn, I was on that island. Now, hypothetically speaking, y'all. We're not saying anything. We're just hypothetically speaking. Just a thought, y'all, like that he was that far ahead that he thought. Again, and anyone you want to see, you can fly him out to the country without a problem. Now, if you fly out a chick from Cali, yo, you know how many chicks have flown to Miami to see me, bro? You don't know. Do you understand? But that's why I always made them pay for the flight here, though. I've never paid for a flight to come see me. Never paid a woman for a flight to come see me. It's gonna get messed up in the future in a little bit, but the service gonna get messed up in a certain part. I've never paid for a woman to fly out, in the States. I've never paid a woman to fly out. I always say, you gotta pay for your flight. I'll cover everything else. Man, I'm so happy I made that choice, because right now, boy, hey yo. But let's get off that. Let's get off again. This is not specifically on the Diddy topic. This is just talking about the concept of longevity, the concept of lasting, standing the test of time, and understanding that as things and rules and stuff changes, and they try to reapply it to when the rules didn't fit, you got to put that all into perspective. Buck Travel says women treat relationships like jobs. They jump from job to job and look at it like a resume. If you get my metaphor, again, just like a job, there are people who jump from job to job. And again, this is where I say you got to think on a long-term, consistent basis. Can it stand the test of time? There's a lot of people who jump from job to job because they realize that if you jump from job to jobs, your salary will most likely go up. So every 2 years, it's been a proven fact that if you change your job every 1.5 to 2 years, your salary will increase more than somebody who just stayed at the same job the whole time. It's a proven fact statistically. But what is also a proven fact is that it is less likely that it is more likely rather that you will be fired from your job if you stay there 2 years, if you've only been there 2 years versus somebody who's been there 20 years. If the job needs to lay off people. If the job needs, and I don't know if the service is going to that part, but if the job needs to lay off people, it is more likely that they're going to lay off the person that's been there 2 years than been there that many years. So again, in times of depression, in times of recession, it is better to have been at your company longer and make less than to been at your company less and make more. I'm telling you, yo, a lot of people don't look at standing the test of time. The Capricorn way. Let me read this. Well, I want to make sure. Let me make sure I get out of this part before I read Capricorn ways, because I think this is gonna cut off sometime right here, and then I'll read Capricorn's way message. But again, a lot of people think that it is better to make more money and keep switching companies than to make less money and have the longevity of a company, of being at one company for a long period of time, until they try to go get a house. And they say, oh my God, you make 60,000. One guy makes $60,000 and he's been at his company for 20 years. One person makes $100,000 and they've been at their company for 2 years or a year and a half. Who y'all think gonna get that loan? The person that's been at the company for 60 years, or the person that's been at the company been at the company making 60,000 for 20 years, or the person who's been at the company for almost 2 years making 100,000? Again, y'all, it doesn't matter how much money you make. Even celebrities don't think with the long term, can what I'm doing now stand the test of time? Listen to the music. People make music now that won't stand the test of time. Yes, they'll make a lot of quick money fast. It's catchy. People will watch it. But then everybody only remembers them for that one song, and that song doesn't stand the test of time. All right, let me get the Capricorn Waves comment. Rico, all your favorite celebrities are at the parties. Don't get it twisted. Cassie is no big. Oh, well, I can't see that. Yes, those women and women. See again. I don't want to. I'm not basing this to be just on the P Diddy situation, but I just used Diddy's the example that Diddy is going through right now to attach it to Russell, to show you guys that, hey, hypothetically speaking, if these situations were the same, but one person chose this route and one person chose this route, this shows the importance of standing the test of time and making a plan that will stand the test of time. So I don't want to stay too long on the Diddy issue. I just want to show you guys the importance of making a plan that will stand the test of time. Russell Simmons right now, not saying that he did anything illegal, because I'm not saying that, I'm just hypothetically speaking, is upside down doing yoga next to two bad Indonesian women in Bali, who are probably like doing the wildest stuff for him. That he flew out, maybe from Thailand. He flew out, maybe from Africa. He flew out from wherever, and they in their 20s. Don't ever want to do with them. Standing the test of time. Again, y'all, you never know. You never know till you know, y'all. Tia says, I'm blessed. The Flyers are over. That's what's going on. That's good, Tia. Good to hear that. Definitely good to hear that. DC Pro says Diddy's ego is his downfall. I mean, you can't. People will say that's the downfall, but you never want to put the downfall on just one thing. It's a bunch of things that could happen. More money, more problems. It's crazy. That's a crazy line right now. I'm off work. Have a blessed day. I appreciate that, Tia. Ego, money, greed is a beast. Plus the ladies, if you ain't balanced, I'll bury you. Here's the thing, y'all. I think it'll bury you. Yes. I believe in balance. But here's the thing about this situation. When times get bad, that's when you see the true character of people. So a lot of people are saying it's Diddy's fault. It's a lot of people saying it's they're saying it's his fault that it's this way. But people don't understand, when times are good, people are going to they stand around you. But when times are bad and people need money, a lot of people are willing to do anything to get money. Even if they're in the right, they won't do it if the money is good. But when the money is bad, when they can't live the same lifestyle, so if you don't plan for this, and this is the majority of people. If you don't plan for this when you're living your life, then you're the only one to blame, because you got to know at the end of the day, if I've been able to get away with something for a long time because money has been good and I've been able to pay all these people what they want and their lifestyle been good and their lifestyle hasn't wanted to be increased, then it's cool. But I gotta plan for that time when when I know, hey, life can go bad. And in the United States, they can make new rules and apply those rules to the old lifestyle I used to live that was okay, and then catch me for it. Then I need to make plans for the future where I can work my way around this. But again, y'all, Unfortunately, no matter how much money you have, no matter how famous you are, it doesn't change the fact that a lot of people don't make plans that will last the test of time. And hey, better teach your boy how to squabble, because them jails, boy, crazy. Capricorn wasted DC facts. He had time to, again, y'all, got that part. Man is still, Diddy and Drake should be locked up. Again, I'm not, you can't speak on anybody. Diddy's innocent. Until proven guilty, Diddy's innocent. And you can have an imagery of what somebody should do and stuff, but a lot of people should probably focus more on themselves, because there's probably something in everyone's history that you need to have planned something to stand the test of time for, because a lot of people just, we'll see when times get bad, you'll see. I don't want to get too much into predicting the future and stuff. Let me see. Hey, Josh, what's that, Josh? My fault. Josh, morning, man. Morning. Leos, hi, dude. What's up, man? John, man, salute. What's going on? Nick, good morning. Welcome to Talk, episode 34. Are you built to stand the test of time? Are you making a plan that will help you stand the test of time? Because in the future, a lot of people see it as just a wealthy thing. A lot of people see it as just a Diddy thing or just a thing, and it's not. In the future, a lot of things that were okay in the past the laws are going to be changed in the future and then reapplied to the people who did it in the past when it was okay. I'm telling you, that's just the way, at least in the United States. When I speak on the United States, because that's all I can say that I know from living here my entire life. So if you're not prepared, you have to pay them consequences, y'all. Let me see. Where I'm in Jersey. Hopefully I'll be in New York for the United Nations conference on next week on Wednesday. For the United Nations Africa conference on Wednesday. But we'll see. I haven't gotten my RSVP back yet, so we got to see how that goes, because I really think I want to go in there and get my Killmonger on. I ain't gonna say it too loud. I want to go in there and get my Killmonger on. But and in the sense of, just giving my thoughts from the black perspective to the African diaspora. Just giving my thoughts and trying to see what because I'm all positive about building, and I think it's missing. But we'll see. I don't know. I haven't got my RSVP yet. But if that's the case, I will be in New York on next Wednesday. If I do get my RSVP, I will be in New York next Wednesday. Hey, what's going on, Mike Sanson? Salute. The hair looking long and healthy. Pause. But yeah, man. Listen, you gotta let that soul glow. Buck Travel says Flyboy is the greatest philosopher. Nah, man. I'm just a black man who's traveled, who sees life in a different way. Doesn't mean I'm right. Just a different way of thinking. Don't be jealous. People trust God. I mean, I guess. Dorian, what's going on? Of course, he's innocent until proven guilty. Majik, what up? Riley, did you go get the strap removed from the other day? I don't know. A lot of people, I think that I really forgot. I kind of forgot what strap removal was, but I think a lot of people are liable to have their own opinions. But I think opinions have to be based in facts. Some facts when they're available, when they're readily available. But so it never affects me when someone says something when their opinion isn't based in facts. Live was a good live though. Shout out to the brother Omar Suarez in the building. Do I think Diddy can survive the pen? Here's the issue with the situation. If he's asked a question, so if you guys got any questions, we're almost at my job now. I'm gonna grab some food on the way there. And we've been talking for over 30 minutes. All right. Here's the issue with the situation. This is my thoughts. It's hypothetically speaking. Here's the issue with the Diddy situation. If it's true that Diddy has all this footage and all this camera pause, all this camera footage on what happened at the Freakniks, different celebrities, and stuff like that, I would feel very cautious about putting Diddy in a jail or Diddy going to jail, because the issue is people, and it's not wishing anything on them, people are more likely to want to hurt and maybe finish off, delete Diddy while he's in jail, because of the fact that if you delete Diddy when he's in jail, all of the tapes with all of the celebrities on it, all of the tapes with all of the billionaires and that might have been doing stuff they should not have been doing on those tapes, all those tapes get thrown away, because you cannot use that evidence in another trial if the trial you are using that evidence in is dismissed because the guy is no longer living. And that's what a lot of people don't necessarily understand, and why Diddy has been doing everything he can to get out of jail. Because if he really has the tapes and stuff that he's saying, you can't really use that as blackmail from jail unless you make copies, which you probably did, and send them to people just in case something happens, which people might not want to risk. Because if he goes to trial and the tapes come out, and now those tapes are admitted into public, and in those tapes he has millions, billionaires doing stuff that is illegal, now all of those people in those tapes can be prosecuted, because those tapes are now on public record in a public area. But if he doesn't go to trial and he settles out of court, then those tapes get flushed as far as for evidence for somebody else's crimes. And if he somehow gets hurt in jail and doesn't make it to court or gets deleted, those tapes also get flushed of everyone else's crimes. So I can 3,000% understand why Diddy is trying and willing to give up $50 million to get out of jail, because the jail may not have enough protection with the people who may want those tapes to disappear for Diddy. And this is just we're just having a conversation now, y'all. We had our talk already, our Jeep talk. We're still talking in the Jeep, but we can talk about a different conversation now. A lot of people don't think that far into it, y'all. A lot of people don't think that far into the fact that Diddy, I don't know if that, I'm thinking that that's all of the cash that Diddy had access to, or because he paid his house off. But I'm thinking that's all the cash that Diddy has access to. Because if I'm in Diddy's predicament right now, I am like, yo, with the people I know I got on tape that don't want these tapes to come out. And the crazy thing is, if the government, and this is where it gets a little crazy, y'all. This is hypothetically for my tin hat. This is where it gets a little crazy, y'all. If the government really wanted to, oh, she is cute, boy. If the government really wanted to, if the government really wanted to get the people who make more money than Diddy, who are behind Diddy, who's been doing stuff that's illegal, if they really wanted to, they would be protecting Diddy with all they might. Diddy would not be in no jail. Diddy would be in Secret Service protection. Well, maybe not this Secret Service, but Diddy would be in the top level of protection if they really wanted to get the people who are on those tapes, or super ultra wealthy, doing stuff that may be unthinkable to any human. But that's the thing, and that's the trick, y'all. They don't care. The people who got Diddy, they do not really care about the people who are on those tapes and the stuff that they might have done to anybody, different ages, different races, different nationalities, different type of things. We're not just talking about on a sexual level. We're talking about they could have had hunting battles where they go hunt live people. They could do stuff that you can't even Imagine seeing it in a movie. But again, the people who have got Diddy right now, they don't want that. Because if they did, they would be protecting Diddy as much as they possibly could. They would want Diddy to go back to his house on Star Island because they could block off Star Island and protect that from the people who are going to come and try to delete. But again, y'all, everybody doesn't see the whole picture. Everybody can't see, and there's nothing wrong with it. Everybody can't see the bigger picture of what really transpires. But, we'll see how this plays out. In the meantime, don't get distracted. Focus on yourself. Build your wealth. Everything else is just show. Everything else is just a show. It's just TV. It's just something to get your minds off of. For example, we got 30 people in the room still right now. If Diddy goes to jail for life, how does it change your life for the better? If R. Kelly went to jail, how did that change his life for the better? The other guy, none of that change. None of this stuff actually affects people's lives that focus so much on it. What does change your life is if you focus on building a life that will stand, building a plan that will stand the test of time, so you don't end up in Diddy's predicament. So you don't end up in the predicament of other people. That will change your life. Knowing what happens to Diddy in the future, who cares? Knowing what happens to R. Kelly in the future, who cares? Who cares about any of that stuff? Again, Iris says you reap what you sow. The chickens come to roost. All that other stuff. Teach his own. It may be an Epstein situation. R. Kelly again. The only reason why I even mention it is because you can learn from the mistakes of others. Smart people learn from their mistakes. Wise people learn from the mistakes of others. And man, Russell, and I might have to name this Jeep Talk Russell Simmons is smart. Cause man, how did he know before the other people? It's different when you're not if you're not black. I'm gonna say if you're not black, it's different for me to understand. It's easy for me to understand how you would know. But Russell Simmons, a black man from the urban environment, knew in advance what was going to happen and took the steps to do it. Boy, I can't wait till he come out with a movie. I ain't gonna read books. Maybe I'll listen to an audiobook. I can't wait till he come out with a book at the end of his life, how I did it, how I moved, how I was able to beat the system and do all. And oh man. Cause I mean, yo, listen, bro. It's crazy. It's crazy. And we still don't know what's gonna happen in the future for us. But all we can do is build a plan that'll stand the test of time. Just pulling up just in time. I'm gonna get to y'all comments, then we're gonna head out because I want to go grab something to eat. I gotta figure something out. Last comments. Omar Swart. Oh. Either way, the situation doesn't look too compromises. I hope. Oh man, I forgot to do this real quick. My fault, y'all. All right, cool. Russell got smart. You listen to those and stay out of diet. Listen, Terrence Hill, listen. Again, y'all. Again. Maybe Russell Simmons has some friends in high places. And this is all hypothetically speaking, y'all. Hypothetically speaking, we're not putting any cases on anybody. But man. All right, y'all. This has been Jeep Talk episode 34. I ain't gonna drag this out because I gotta get some food. Jeep Talk episode 34. Can you stand the test of time? Build a plan to stand the test of time. You should try to do what Russell did. Don't be Diddy. I mean, I don't know what you want to call it. Well, I'm gonna just say Jeep Talk episode 34. Build to last the test of time, man. It's your boy FRE $H Fresh at the Flyboy Way. That's THEFLYBOYWAY. Don't ask why. Just check out the channel, and I'll see you on the next video. Peace.